Can we just talk tonight? This is going to be a very short uh, conversation. The subject tonight is called Why Church? Why Church? Do you like researching and looking at polls and people who take surveys and understanding um, those types of things like that? I know I really enjoy that. I'm going to give me 1 second and make sure that I'm live on this before we get going. I am live. Okay, great. Thanks for giving me that moment. Uh, so, surveys. I love paying attention to surveys, hearing people's opinions on things. Well, there was a research done by Pew Research Center on the subject, why do people go to church? And we'll look at a couple of things tonight about that. The first reason why people go to church was it makes them a better person. And that's interesting because I've been involved in church for most of my life, and it is true. People do come to churches to help them become a better person, a better parent, a better, husband or wife, have better relationships within their family structures, help people with self-esteem, understanding where their value comes from. Uh, the church offers encouragement to people who need encouragement. Um, and a lot of people I've spoken to, they go to church because part of becoming a better person is being part of something bigger than themselves, being part of a team, if you will, being part of a family, and being part of that group really kind of makes them feel like they're growing. And I guess you want to call a team like a coach. You have the pastor, you have the leaders who are trained in how to help with certain things. You have counselors, you have certain people in the church who are trained to help in certain areas. And so if you look at it, the church as a team, you have a lot of people around you who can help make you a better person. And another reason why people come to church as part of this is they want to become a better person to their family. They want to get away from addictions and hang-ups and those sort of things like that. So number one, the reason why people come to church is that it makes them a better person. This is a survey from Pew survey. And number two, the reason why people come to church is it brings comfort to them in times of trouble or sorrow. And and you I know that for a fact from my personal life. When I've gone through sorrow and loss, people at the church come around you and they'll bring you food and they'll support you when you're down. They'll listen to you. They'll love you. They'll stand with you in your grief and sorrow and bring that comfort to you. They also help as they walk with you and talk with you and listen to you and be with you. You find that you have a more positive outlook towards life, which really equals hope. So, so the church brings comfort in times of trouble and sorrow. And the third reason why people go to church, according to the survey, was it makes them closer to God. And I don't know where you are in your journey with God. You may not believe God. There is a God. You may believe that you do believe there's a God, but you not don't know Him very well. Well, I've noticed that people, all walks of life, when they come to church, um, what makes them closer to God, they love the music. They listen to the music from the worship team or choir, whatever it is, and it just makes them feel good inside. It makes them feel closer to God somehow. And the next thing is that makes them feel closer to God is when the teaching from the pastor or the leader speaking, they speak from the Bible, they speak from personal experiences, they speak from literature, they speak from a lot of different angles and how we can become better people and closer to God. So, and I talked to this one gentleman one time. He believed in God, but he really, wouldn't be considered a Christian. He was just kind of a seeker, kind of coming to church, seeing what's going on. And I asked him, hey, just a quick question for you. How do you like it here? He says, well, I'm not 100% in all the way yet, but when I leave here, I just feel good. Cool. He just feels good, and that's okay. That's all right. So why church? Why do we do the church? Because we're trying to get better. We're all trying to get better. We're trying to make positive changes in our lives. And there's a formula that's in church, like I just talked about, that causes us to grow and to mature and to get rid of certain things in our lives that are harmful. So we're trying to get better. We need a support system in our lives that challenges us and makes us a better version of ourselves. And understand something, that the church is not perfect. You know, you might have heard from your parents or grandparents, oh, I went to that church over there. There were a bunch of people who weren't real. They judged me and all these things like that. Well, I tell you, the church is not perfect. I'll tell you that for right from the very beginning, the church is not perfect. But everyone's in a process of trying to get better. And so are you, and so am I. We're all in a process of trying to get better. So when you visit a church, understand that when you walk in the church, you're walking in a hospital. You're walking in a place where some people are almost healed up in the hospital, and you know they feel pretty good. Whatever they came in with, they managed it, and they've gotten over that, or they've gotten help for that. And there's some people who are just getting off the ambulance and just coming in brand new, and who are really hurting. So understand something when people say, "Well, these people, this person hurt me, that person hurt me," because we were probably dealing with the people who were just got off the ambulance. When you go to church, seek out the ones who are healed, seek out the ones who are mature, and those are the ones who can help guide and coach. So understand something, that everyone's in various stages of healing in the church. So I give them grace. Hopefully you can give them grace, and understand that we're all in the process. And those folks who are healed or almost healed are the ones who come alongside those who are not quite healed yet, and help them and encourage them and love them until they're healed up also. So why do we go to church? Because we're trying to get better. And I hope that helps tonight, as you hopefully will start seeking God and seeking out a church to try to see what God can do for you. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.